Alright, this is my last, my only mock draft. We back, Motor City Sports Talk with the bell. Didn't appreciate everybody for checking in. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. This may not be my greatest work this year on the draft due to the channel getting hacked, and then I got other things going on, but I'm going to give you my mock draft. From my perspective, I'm not trying to guess what Ken Trencher going to do, Matt Patricia, or Bob Quinn, or the Detroit Lions organization. This is what I would do, and this is just how the mock draft felt for me. So I'm gonna get into rounds 1 and 7. I didn't do any trades, but I am aware that the Lions may make a trade with Miami, or it's a lot of smoke screens going on right now. But let's get into the mock draft, and I do appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, share the video. Best way to help the channel out. Want to make a donation to the channel, please just share the video. And if you need to reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the links in the description. Let's get into it. And my first pick is Tua Tagovailoa. My reason for picking Tua number 1 is because guys like him don't come around every generation. I feel that he's a generational talent, and you can take a flyer on him. If Stafford goes on to play another 5, 7, 10 years, I could use him as an asset and flip him just like Jimmy Garoppolo or just like another quarterback. So I just feel that his talent, his accuracy, his athleticism, and I believe that the NFL, which is becoming a beta male sport, protecting the quarterbacks, I think the extra protection will help him in the National Football League with them now having a strike zone, and now you can't really hit the quarterback. Basically, they got flags on them now. I feel that with at least a year behind Stafford, maybe even 2 behind Stafford, that he'll build his physical strength up and the accuracy, the ability to read defenses, just knowing where to go with the ball. His arm strength is special. He got good mobility. You put him on that turf, I believe he's going to be a special player. So I can't pass up on him. Just that if this is Trevor Lawrence, who had the same injury concerns, if he came out in this draft, I couldn't pass up on the Trevor Lawrence at all. And every pick take risks. The line is risk to take anybody at this point of the draft. Everybody got risk, but I just believe that the Lions need to take a risk on this type of talent. If he becomes a generational talent, well, then you look good. If you don't, hey, you missed on a lot of picks before. So you get into the top 3 if you need one of the 3. You get there if you need a special quarterback, a great left tackle, or a great pass rusher like Lawrence Taylor. Or if you got one of those special situations, you get a special running back up there. So me personally, I like Tua right then and there. I plug him behind Stafford and build his strength up. And I think I got a generational quarterback. And somebody made a great point on the radio today. Then you don't know if you're going to have college football next year. So with that situation going on, not knowing college football going on, then, you may not get a chance to evaluate Trevor Lawrence next year. He been sitting out for a year. So I'll take Tua. I don't look back. My second round pick is Grant Delpit. Delpit, hopefully I'm saying his name right, from LSU. Liked him on tape. Kind of took a small little step back last year, but he seems like a Matt Patricia safety. And he played with a high ankle strain last year. He one of them big, strong safeties, kind of put you in the mindset of a thumper like Patrick Chung and in New England, but he a little bit different. He athletic, he fast, and you know what I'm saying? He can get where you need to go, point A, point B. He physical, he a hard-hitting enforcer. Him and Tracy Walker be good together in Matt Patricia situation. He ain't gonna defend man-to-man a lot in the slot or nothing like that, but he a thumper, he physical, athletic, and I think he got the athletic ability to have better range as a safety and a better coverage as well. But I like him. I just think the ability is there. I just think he need to kind of brush up on some things, but I think the ability is there. I think he could be like a Harrison Smith with more athleticism, and he just brings the physicality to the team. Him and Tracy Walker back there, they bring a physicality. So I like Grant Delpit at the second round pick. Third round, I got to Zach Moss, and I turned on Zach Moss tape again, and I just like the way he run. I think he faster than the 4.65 that they indicate, and he more shiftier than some of the other running backs. I like the running back from UCLA too. He ran a better 40, but on game speed, him and Zach Moss look comparable in speed. Zach Moss had a little bit more physical, a little bit more shiftiness to him, and he got some physicality. He can move. He kind of remind you of Marshawn Lynch. Even in the shotgun, he give you that, Marshawn Lynch vibe, man. His ability to get downhill, make people miss, run over people. I'm not concerned about the 4.62 or the 4.65, whatever he ran. He can run, and he can run off a dime too for a big fella. So he was one of the favorite guys I seen in the draft as far as his tape. That's a guy that I gotta have, just his ability. And if he don't pan out in Detroit, he don't pan out in Detroit. But people gotta understand the number one problem that hasn't been filled in Detroit. It's not really been the kicker, punter, defense, passing game. The number one problem has been the inability to run the ball. And I think Zach Moss can help the Lions open up the run game, man. So I just think he's a tremendous talent. I think he'll bring something to the backfield. People saying Bar Scarborough or Tyler Johnson. I think if Zach Moss can beat one of them out, which I think he could, you can cut one of them, you can bring them back if you need to. But phenomenal athlete, phenomenal player. I think under center, he's going to be even better. You know what I'm saying? Where you get that, 5 or 6 yards of steam when you come downhill. And I like him a lot. And then I go with Rashard Lawrence from LSU. He was a top player coming out of the country. He's a top 20 player coming out of Louisiana. He was a captain his sophomore year. He lives in the backfield, you know what I'm saying? So he can get to the backfield and he can get back there, and he a dog. So I just started digging a little bit deep in the scouting report and reading the scouting report. But it says he played with dog mentality. He's ready to turn any rep into a street fight if he needs to. Lawrence's leadership and toughness stands out on the defensive side of the ball. He plays with pain and never shortchange his teammates in the effort department. He needs to play with better control of his feet and motor to improve his consistency and balance at the point of attack. He can get some pocket push going from time to time, but it's likely to come off the field on passing downs. If his medical checks out, he could be a solid rotational defensive lineman. So, in the 5th round, you look for guys with these type of qualities, leadership, motor, effort, and hopefully you can brush up some technique and teach him to be better all-around football players. So I just like some of this film I've seen on him. I like his leadership qualities. I like the motor, and those are things I look in a defensive lineman. So if he's healthy, he can get in there and he can help the Lions out a little bit. Now, a lot of people may not agree with me taking 2 running backs, but Drayton Evans, that's another guy I love this film. Explosive back. I can see a situation with them cutting Tyler and Bo Scarborough and going with, Drayton Evans, explosive back. I mean, he even took a onside kick to the house. You know what I'm saying? He picked the fumble up in the backfield and took it to the house. Highly explosive. He got good size, like 5'11", 201 or 2 pounds. Like I said before, the biggest problem is the run game. And I believe that, his athletic ability with Zach Moss, that could be a good 1-2 punch to come for a long time. And I just like this film, and I just thought the value, instead of going for need here, I thought the value with the Appalachian State running back was here at 109. So I just like this film, and I had to have both of them in my mock draft, which I did no trades. It did offer that. I just like Drayton Evans at 109. Now, Alton Robinson, kind of a little red flag here out of Syracuse. He got caught up in an attempted robbery or something with his girlfriend, and they took his scholarship from Syracuse. All right, they took his scholarship. So when they took his scholarship, he ended up in Syracuse, but he got cleared of all the charges. They took it from Texas A&M to Syracuse. Twitchy guy, good pass rusher off the edge. Probably got gonna have some problems, stopping the run, but I just like the potential there. Pass rush extraordinaire. I know he played up there in Syracuse, and they ain't fruitful as far as with the. They're not as fruitful as some other football programs, but I just like Alton Robinson. What he can bring is some of his potential. We need a pass rush extraordinaire. Charlie Heck, he's a son of an offensive line coach in the NFL. Kind of tall, good athleticism, just tall. He's gonna have to learn how to bend down. He's a right tackle prospect. I mean, he can green light as a left tackle if you need him to for a minute. But he's a right tackle prospect, big, athletic. Just need to clean up. just some things. I just thought that, you know, him being the son of offensive line coach, him being as big and strong as he is, I just thought it was a value pick at 166. So it's just my personal opinion on there. Nevin Clark, he from Miami. He a Florida boy. He went to University of Central Florida. 6'1", 190. He might be a free agent, but hey, he got height, he got length. Maybe not the greatest deep speed going down the field, but he can play that 50-50 ball. Just got to get better technique and clean up. So when you look at guys, down here, you're not going to find a polished product unless it's just due to medical or due to some red flags as far as off the field. But then I took the punter, Brandon Mann, just because they need a punter is why I took him. So at the end of the day, this is my mock draft. This is what I would do. And people say, well, you should have got more offensive line help or you should have got a corner. Offensive line really didn't present itself. The first time I did it, I had refreshed it by mistake, and it presented some good offensive line products, and I think I took one in the second round. But as far as a corner, I just didn't see a prospect that I really liked. When I got an opportunity to get a corner, but I don't think corner is a priority. I think front seven is a priority. I didn't go linebacker because I'm thinking that Quinn Trisha believe they said at linebacker. I got some D-line prospects. I thought Delpit was a perfect fit for what Patricia do as a safety. I think him and Tracy Walker fit well. Walker can play free. They can let Delpit play strong because Walker can cover corner. He can cover receivers. He can cover the nickel. He is very, very good man-to-man in situations, and he can rob and he can play the deep half of the field. So that's how I was thinking there, and I just thought running back, can't have too many of those for that price. I think they both can be cheap, and I think Moss and Drayden can play off each other. And that's just the train of thought, and I think like offensive line, I just think they might have to make some trades. I wanted to get a tackle. If I did trade down, I would have got a tackle and probably got the tackle out of Alabama. But I didn't trade down. So if I did trade down and I didn't take two, I'd probably go for a left tackle prospect. But one thing is consistency. It's just in my opinion, I think people have to realize that this team is not a next year team as far as making the playoffs. The talent level is so low. I don't think the coaching is good. Even if Patricia becomes a player's coach and changes his scheme dramatically, I just don't see the talent being there. So what I did was best for the franchise going forward, and that's why I took Tua. I just think, you get up this high, and Stafford, plays to the level he played last year, but he plays for a whole year. I don't think you're going to be in 3 again, but hey, next year you could be in 3 if Stafford hurt himself. So, Trent Williams, they could move for him. I doubt it. Anthony Costanzo, he's still out there. He can come in and play right tackle and be a left tackle prospect. I think he's still out there. He's a little older, but just my opinion on some things, man. I would like Cesar Ruiz. He went 2 picks before Grant Delpit in my mock draft, so I didn't get an opportunity to grab him. Other than that, I would have grabbed him. But this is just how I feel for me. This is not my ideal just free picking mock draft. This is how I feel, and I'm just planning for the future. And I just like Tua as a prospect that much. People would say, oh, he injured, or I wouldn't do it. Hey, just the generational talent that he is, you don't get in this position to get these type of players so often. So I pulled the trigger on it. This is what I do. People say, oh, is Contricia trying to save their jobs? Yeah, they do. And they probably gonna go, a different way. But picking Jeffrey Okudah, it's not gonna save their job. Instead, was picking, T.J. Hockenson. Had they did it the right way, had they picked Ed Oliver last year and then pick up Jeff Okudah and Hand came back healthy, then that works because you got 2 interior linemen with Trey Flowers and now Jamie Collins that can push the pocket. Now Okudah can flourish. Now Jasmine Trufant got an opportunity. Now Coleman can improve. You know what I'm saying? Now things are better. But with them, ignoring the defensive tackle need last year and getting the tight end, I just think, it's just over with. As far as them saving their jobs. But hey, never know. Always root for the Lions. Hopefully they can pull a miracle. But this is my mock draft, and some people may like it, some people may hate it, some people may just, it is what it is. But like I said, I did the mock draft. I didn't cheat it. I played it the way it felt. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Continue to reach out to me if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question, want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal in the description. And let me know what you guys think about the mock draft. I know a lot of people going to see Jeff Okudah. They didn't brainwash you guys. But Jeff Okudah, they might as well pack their bags and get ready to go somewhere else to go back to New England. But hey, appreciate it. Share the videos. Let me know what you guys think. And this is my mock draft, my one and only mock draft. One time for the one time, Motor City Sports Talk. And don't forget to check out the channel out.